Morning Year 4, I hope you're all doing okay today. I've got here chapter 5 of the Jungle Challenge for you, so I'm going to get reading it straight away. Where are we? Where's camp? Omar asked. Wherever it is, we'll need to get out of the jungle first to find it, said Bear. Are you ready for a real adventure? Omar thought for a moment. Maybe when they got back they'd be famous and get awarded a special prize. They might even make it into the Guinness World Book of Records. Sure, I'm in, Omar said. He tugged at his t-shirt, which was stuck to his skin with sweat, and he rubbed his hurt hand. It didn't sting anymore, but it throbbed a lot. How long will it take to get back? Everything here takes some time and some care. Bear looked up at him and down. You were in quite a hurry back there. Out here, if we cut corners, we die. But I like to move fast, Omar replied. Bear laughed. So do I. But if you want to move fast, then you had first better learn how to move safely. Anyway, we'll get to that. First up, tell me your name. Omar. Well, Omar, we'll get off soon, but not like that. Shorts and t-shirts aren't for the jungle. Everything scratches and scrapes, so you want as little exposed skin as possible. Bear rummaged in his backpack and pulled out a pair of boots, followed by a shirt and trousers of the same tough material that Bear was wearing. Try these on for size, and I'll go get something for that cut of yours. Omar pulled on the new clothes and immediately felt better. The tough material would stand up to the jungle's thorns and spikes and soak up the sweat that had covered his skin. The boots gripped his feet and kept him steady on the spongy ground. He looked at the pile of old clothes and wondered what to do with them. He started to fold them up carefully. Bear came back and saw what he was doing. Good job. Look after your things and they will look after you. Put them back in this, he said, opening his backpack. And look, I also got some of nature's antiseptic. Bear held out a handful of browny red berries, rattan berries. Bear pressed his palms together and rubbed hard to mangle the berries into a thick red paste. Let's see that cut. Omar cautiously held his hand up. Bear dabbed a finger into the paste and smeared it on. The throbbing turned into stabbing. Omar yelped. That really hurts. It feels like an army of ants chewing on my hand. Bear smiled and kept rubbing. That means it's working. You know, in some places they use bullet ants to clamp a wound together instead of stitches. Their jaws are about a centimetre wide, so you hold the ant with the jaws either side of the wound. Make it bite you, then you twist it off and leave its head in your skin. He paused. Consider yourself lucky we have a bandage. Omar imagined a row of dead ant heads on his hand, holding the sides of the cut together. Okay. Maybe he could take a little stinging from the berries after all. Bear washed the paste away with the water from the bottle and wrapped the wound in a clean bandage from a box in his backpack. Next he folded a red and white check bandana and tied it around Omar's hand. This will protect the bandage and keep it clean, Bear explained. That's really important in the jungle. Last of all, Bear used his machete to cut Omar a stick like this. He lopped off a long, thin branch from a tree and sliced off the leaves. Then they took a couple of mouthfuls of water from Bear's water bottle and set off. It was like before when Bear had got Omar out of the bushes. He didn't walk in a straight line. He ducked and dodged, swerved and sidled, and everywhere he went, his stick went first. Omar did his best to copy him, without his stick getting stuck in the thick tangle of branches and pulled out of his hands. They consider every move and go silently, stealthily through the undergrowth. That way they can move swiftly and efficiently. He paused to look around. In the jungle, your mind is never in neutral. You need to be alert to danger and to opportunities. Learn to look ahead, see? It comes with practice. He pointed with the stick. Maybe it all looks the same to you right now, but I can see that right here are two bushes growing together, so we can push our way between them. And they did. And now I can see that the jungle looks darker ahead on our right than on our left, and that's because the ground starts to rise there. So we go this way and follow the low ground. And that was how it went. Omar and Bear pushed on through the jungle. Whenever Omar saw Bear change direction, he tried to work out what Bear had seen to make him do it, but he couldn't. In fact, if anything, he reckoned Bear was holding back because he didn't think Omar could keep up with him. Well, Omar would show him. He'd had at least 10 minutes to get used to it. They could do this a whole lot quicker if he went ahead. Look, there it was, a gap between two trees, plain as day. Omar quickly pushed ahead of Bear to get through it first. Just then something seized his foot and stopped him dead. The rest of his body, though, kept going. The ground then rushed up to meet him, and before he could do anything, he had planted his face in the soft, rotting leaves. Omar lay there for a moment and spat out some twigs. He felt absolutely ridiculous. You okay? Bear helped him back up. Take it steady, remember? Omar stood on one foot carefully to check it wasn't hurt. Nope, the only thing hurt was his pride. I'll be all right, he grumbled. Come on then. So Omar followed behind Bear, still seething with impatience, but trying not to push too far or too fast. Every 15 minutes or so they took a drink from Bear's bottle, but only for a few moments before Bear would push them ever onward. Finally, Bear called a stop after a couple hours. You hungry? He said. I know I am. Totally, Omar agreed eagerly. Bear swung his backpack off and left it on a log. The log looked rotten and large. Chunks of it had half fallen off. Omar expected Bear to open up the backpack and get some food out, but instead, Bear jammed the tip of his blade into the bark of the log. A piece as long as Omar's forearm came away easily. Here's lunch, Bear said with a wry smile. Omar craned his neck forward with horror and stared at a mass of enormous wriggling grubs. Ugh. Okay, that was chapter 5 of the Jungle Challenge, guys. You'll need to listen to that to attempt the reading challenges we've set this week. Thank you for everything you're putting on Seesaw, and I hope you have a lovely week.